80 people were trapped in Fangshan district when a sudden flash flood hit Beijing. At least 2 people died and 2 more were injured in a deflagration of a natural gas pipeline in Hebei. Netizens were outraged when the morning site at Qiqihar No. 34 Middle School was removed. As China's economy continues to deteriorate, the CCP introduced 20 measures aimed at reviving and boosting consumption. It's all covered in today's China Truths. 80 people were trapped in Fangshan district when a sudden flash flood hit Beijing. On July 31st, an abrupt flash flood occurred in Mentugu, Beijing, resulting in the forceful displacement of numerous vehicles, some of which had occupants. The situation presented a distressing spectacle. A video documented the swollen and turbulent state of the river in Shidu town, Fangshan district, where 80 individuals anxiously awaited rescue at an express collection and distribution station. Unfortunately, the flood had submerged bridges and roads, making it impossible for rescue vehicles to reach the affected area. Based on the Beijing Daily Report, heavy rainfall in Mentugu district led to the flooding of the Yongding River, causing the inundation and loss of numerous vehicles, including buses and cars. Additionally, communication channels, including landlines and mobile phones, were disrupted in the Wangping area of Mentugu. A video depicted the Jiaoque River overflowing onto Xinxi Road, causing part of the road surface to be washed away and leading to road blockage in Shuamazwang Village, Zukudian Town, and Fangshan District on the morning of July 31st. By noon on the same day, the Beijing Flood Control Office confirmed the occurrence of waterlogging in Fengtai District, Shijingshan District, and Haidian District. Meanwhile, the Beijing Metro's official website conveyed that the Tiananmen East Station and Tiananmen West Station of the Badong Line, Line 1, were closed beginning on July 31st. The specific reopening time of these stations has yet to be announced. In response to this extraordinary torrential rain event, Xicheng District, the location of Zongnanhai, intensified its inspection measures. To address the crisis, 30 schools were designated as emergency shelters, 34 residential hotels were utilized as temporary shelters, and 10 medical institutions served as medical treatment facilities. At least 2 people died and 2 more were injured in a deflagration of a natural gas pipeline in Hebei. On July 29, an incident involving a deflagration accident in Anping County, Hebei Province, was captured on video. The footage depicts a loud explosion originating from a shop along the street, followed by the immediate eruption of a massive flame that rapidly spread, generating copious amounts of black smoke. A separate recording from a driving recorder showed that a sudden and forceful eruption of flames occurred on the right side of the street, igniting both the ground and the outer wall of the adjacent shop. The aftermath showed widespread disarray on the ground, strewn with glass debris, and extensively damaged surrounding vehicles. The Anping County Urban Management Comprehensive Administrative Law Enforcement Bureau received notification of the incident on the same day. The deflagration occurred at 10:13 in the shops along Hongqi Street, Golden Sunshine Community, Anping County, and was extinguished by 11:20. Preliminary investigations attributed the deflagration to the rupture of natural gas pipelines during the water company's secondary pipeline network reconstruction. Officially, 2 fatalities and 2 severe injuries were reported, and 5 individuals accountable for the incident were apprehended by the public security authorities. However, based on live video footage, it is suggested that the number of casualties resulting from the explosion may surpass the figures provided by official sources. In addition, on the morning of July 31st, a suspected gas explosion took place at Jiuhao Canteen, located at No. 198 Qianlong Olympic Sports City, Taiyu Road, Songshan District, Fuzhou City, resulting in injuries to 2 restaurant employees and a passerby. The incident had a severe impact on the adjacent restaurants and even the nearby clinic. Testimonies from residents residing in Qianlong Olympic Sports City indicated that the deflagration originated at Jiuhao Canteen and was witnessed at approximately 5:40 in the morning when a loud explosion sound reverberated through the community. An online video documented the restaurant's storefront being blown up, leading to the scattering of various debris, which left the scene in disarray. Among mainland Chinese netizens, there was a notable expression of concern and surprise at the recent frequency of restaurant explosions, comparing the destructive force to that of a typhoon. Expressing relief that the incident occurred outside of mealtime, they acknowledged the severity of the event, deeming it distressing. Netizens were outraged when the morning site at Qiqihar No. 34 Middle School was removed. The tragic incident that unfolded at the Qiqihar No. 34 Middle School gymnasium resulted in the loss of 11 lives. In the aftermath, the situation remained tense, prompting the Chinese Communist Party to exert considerable efforts to preserve social stability. On July 30th, a video shared on Chinese social media revealed that merely 7 days had passed since the students' lives were cut short. On the same day, a substantial deployment of personnel by the authorities rapidly removed the flowers and mourning items sent by sympathizers from across the country at the school gate. Furthermore, water guns were utilized to wash the streets, erasing any trace of the mourning display. Another video captured on the same day documented the school assigning a designated individual to monitor the school gate, strictly forbidding anyone from laying memorial flowers and objects on the ground. The abrupt clearing of the tributes led the online community to voice indignant inquiries, questioning the rationale behind the swift action. Since July 24th, citizens from all corners of the country have utilized food delivery platforms to send flowers, milk tea, and other offerings to Qiqihar No. 34 Middle School as a means of mourning the deceased students. The accumulation of flowers and objects outside the school gates has extended to the surrounding streets, silently voicing the populace's discontent with the CCP authorities. Furthermore, on the evening of July 29th, a notable event took place during the Chinese Football Association League One held at the Harbin International Convention and Exhibition Center Stadium. Towards the conclusion of the game, both players and the entire audience engaged in a poignant gesture, pointing towards the sky while singing the classic English song Red River Valley to pay tribute to the deceased. The promotional posters preceding the match were also altered to black and white, featuring a half football and half volleyball representation with symbolic significance. According to netizens, this gesture holds particular significance, representing the number 11 about the total number of victims. As per accounts from netizens, the Heilongjiang fan organization, Quan, initially planned to observe a moment of silence at the commencement of the game. However, due to pressure exerted by the Chinese Communist Party, this commemorative act was abandoned. Following the human-induced catastrophe, instead of offering support and assistance to the bereaved parents, the CCP authorities deployed a significant number of police officers to maintain social order, monitoring and guarding the parents to prevent any disturbances. Online videos depicted parents of the deceased children waiting for hours at the hospital without receiving any official visitation or information about the fate of their children. Authorities at the scene compelled them to sign a coercive confidentiality agreement, coercing them into abstaining from petitioning or causing trouble in the aftermath. Refusal to sign the agreement meant parents were denied access to their children's remains. Consequently, no parents have publicly spoken out, a testament to the rigor of the stability maintenance mode by CCP officials. The exposure of these actions ignited a wave of public outrage on the internet. As of the present, all 11 victims from Qiqihar No. 34 Middle School have been cremated. A video circulated on the internet captured the emotional breakdown of Wei Yusin's mother, a 13-year-old women's volleyball player, during the cremation of the children's bodies. Overwhelmed with grief, she fervently cried out, "Don't burn my daughter. Don't." The poignant scene stirred deep emotions in all those who bore witness. As China's economy continues to deteriorate, the CCP introduced 20 measures aimed at reviving and boosting consumption. On July 31st, the National Bureau of Statistics of the CCP released the July data concerning China's Purchasing Managers' Index, PMI, performance. Notably, the manufacturing PMI for July recorded a value of 49.3%, indicating an economic contraction for the fourth consecutive month, with the PMI values for April, May, and June being 49.2%, 48.8%, and 49%, respectively. Examining the sub-indices that contribute to the manufacturing PMI, it is observed that the production index and supplier delivery time index surpassed the critical threshold, while the new order index, raw material inventory index, and employment index fell below the critical point. Against the backdrop of China's ongoing economic downturn, on July 28, the General Office of the State Council of the CCP forwarded the Notice on Measures to Restore and Expand Consumption issued by the National Development and Reform Commission. This notice encompasses 20 measures across 6 key aspects aimed at rejuvenating and expanding consumption. Among the measures, efforts to stabilize bulk consumption include lifting new car purchase restrictions nationwide and fostering the consumption of new energy vehicles. Additionally, the promotion of home decoration consumption and the encouragement of smart indoor assembly are advocated. In terms of expanding service consumption, initiatives involve the expansion of catering service consumption, support for local food festivals, and the extension of business hours. Moreover, the full implementation of the paid leave system, along with the encouragement of off-peak vacations and flexible work arrangements, is recommended to promote holiday consumption. The promotion of nighttime cultural and tourism consumption is also underscored, with guidance provided to museums, cultural centers, amusement parks, and other establishments to extend their operating hours. According to official data released by the CCP, total consumption in June witnessed a meager year-on-year increase of 3.1%, signaling a significant downturn. Notably, the annual growth rate of private fixed asset investment continued to exhibit a negative trend, reflecting a lack of confidence among private enterprises to expand their investments and operations. The slump in real estate investment has further exacerbated the economic situation, with national real estate development investment in the first half of the year amounting to 5.85 trillion yuan, about $89 billion, denoting a 7.9% decline from the previous year, an increase of 0.7 percentage points from the 7.2% decline observed from January to May. Furthermore, a disconcerting surge in China's youth unemployment rate to 21.3% in June has reached an unprecedented level, adding to the mounting challenges in the economy. These data collectively indicate a rapid deceleration in China's economic growth, with certain indicators turning negative. On July 24, Xi Jinping chaired a meeting of the Political Bureau of the Central Committee to analyze and study the prevailing economic situation. During this meeting, discussions centered on effectively preventing and defusing risks in key areas and adapting to the new situation of major changes in the supply and demand relationship in my country's real estate market, timely adjusting and optimizing real estate policies. Wang He, a columnist from the Epoch Times, interpreted this as an indication that the authorities have been hesitant to acknowledge the reality of China's real estate bubble bursting, and they continue to entertain hopes of rescuing the market. However, Wang He warns that the complexity and duration required for market reorganization imply that a more significant crisis is looming on the horizon. Meanwhile, Xia Tian, a professor at the Aiken School of Business at the University of South Carolina in the United States, shared with NTD-TV that the measures implemented by the Chinese Communist Party to stimulate the economy, such as ensuring real estate delivery and reducing unfinished projects, have proven ineffective. According to Xia Tian, the Chinese economy will not only fail to recover but will continue to decline for the next 2 decades, eventually reverting to the state before China's entrance to the World Trade Organization. Don't forget to comment in the section below to share your opinions on today's topic with us. Make sure to like and subscribe to see more interesting topics from China Truths.